Hello. I don't know if this video will ever actually reach YouTube, but if it does, it's going to be some sort of just project for me, really. I'm not a very complete collector when it comes to like photo cards and inclusions and albums, honestly, but I really love the collecting community and I don't have any friends that are in it, so I feel like this is just a way for me to kind of express my love and thoughts about collections I have and the collecting community as a whole. Just another way to kind of interact with it, get feedback from other people who collect the groups I do. I only collect 3 groups at the moment. I'm only collecting my alt of alt groups, and so that's just the 3 that I have right now. Obviously, Stray Kids is my absolute favorite group of all time. They are the group, my alt of alts, my love of my lives. So I have a really big binder for Stray Kids. I think I started collecting probably under a year ago, but I've been a big fan of K-pop for a while now. I just didn't really understand collecting for a while until I saw, uh, what was it? I think it was Christmas Evil. Once I saw the concept photos for that, I knew I had to buy the album. And once I bought one album, I slowly spiraled into buying all the albums. So that has happened, and that has definitely been a journey for sure. It's kind of a big learning curve entering the collecting community, but I've had a lot of fun with it, and I just kind of wanted to show where I am so far in the span of a little under a year into collecting, and just kind of talk about how I collect, what I collect, and we'll go from there. So, open this up. Whoops. Okay, so I really like collages. I like making collages with my extra albums because I feel like they don't go to waste if I use them for something. So you will be seeing a lot of different sort of photo collages from all the extra album papers I have and photos. So yeah, you will see a lot of collages in my collection because I do buy extra albums for the photo cards, and so I feel like they go to waste if I just don't do anything with them. So I use a lot of the extra photo books I have to make beautiful collages of beautiful men. So that's what I have going on here in most of my binders I have. So if you can't tell, my bias is Chan. I have just a random amount of extra cards for him that I don't know what to do with, or just like freebies I've gotten. Like, I don't know how I ended up with some of these, but I have them, and so they just kind of hang out here in the front because I don't want to put a lot of my collecting money into non-album items. But yeah, if I find one for a really good price, I'm gonna get it. But that isn't, that doesn't happen that often. And then I also have just a page of like freebies that I receive and I just can't let go of, especially like these cute little Polaroid ones. So yeah, I just have space for freebies that I will not let go of. I do like to recycle freebies just because sometimes I'm like, this isn't something I need taking up space in my binder, and so maybe the next person I trade with will like it more than me, so I just kind of pass on the wealth sort of thing. And these are just extra album cards I have, and I don't have enough for a separate page yet for my OT8 collections. I just kind of have ended up with these through trades, and I don't know where to put them yet, so they're all on this page. This is where my actual like sets start. I do collect OT8, but only select sets of OT8. So mixtape, I had to do it. Somehow, I couldn't find this card for life of me. This boy is so hard to find. But somehow I bought the album and he was the card that I pulled, and I manifested that, man. I was screaming, and I really hope my neighbors weren't concerned when they heard that, but I was so happy because that was the last card I needed to complete this set, and I was just so stinking happy that I was able to pull it in the album. And then this was probably one of the first OT8 sets I actually sought out to collect, I think, besides starting with Christmas Evil. Just because it's one of their best. It's so stinking cute. Han in this hat is just the best photo card ever. I've really changed a lot of how I collected throughout this past year about what the collecting community was and what I like could get out of it, I guess, is like I didn't really understand collecting. I would watch collecting YouTubers, but their collections were just so expansive and I didn't know where to start for my own. So it definitely took a lot of like figuring out how to buy cards, how to buy the albums and all that stuff. These, I am just so lucky. I don't know how I got these. Like the second day I told myself, yeah, I'm going to start collecting. I looked on Etsy because I didn't know you could buy them through Instagram yet. And these two cards, I kid you not, were like $5 and then plus however much shipping. It was probably like, for total, these two probably cost like $11. And I didn't realize at the time how sought after those cards were, and now I can't let them go because they're just so stinking cute. And I saw these two, fell in love, and then realized how adorable the entire photo card sets were for this album. I really need to buy some Go Live albums because these cards are so stinking cute, and I just need Chan and Ian and I'm good. But I think I might try to collect OT8 for this one because I can't get over just how cute all of these cards are. Somehow I found like this card for $3 on Instagram. This one was also $3, and then these were like $5. And yeah, I found some pretty good deals on Instagram, not gonna lie. Probably spend too much time scrolling through trying to find deals, but when I do, it's worth it. It's worth the time and effort. Okay. Now that I'm thinking about it, this was the card that made me start collecting. I saw this card of Lino and I thought, I get it. I understand. I understand why people buy pictures of men they'll never meet. Because at first, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of judged people a bit for having like all these pictures and I'm like, what's the point? And then I saw this card and I said, oh yes, that's the point. Now I understand. And so yeah, this was the first, I think, OT8 set I ever actually like started finishing, I guess, or completed is how I want to say that. Yeah, I love these cards. These boys can do no wrong when it comes to photo cards, except for their backgrounds. Man, are their backgrounds never cohesive, but that's just something we get when we stan Stray Kids. So this is where I start getting into like how I collect things. So I will either collect an OT8 set that's my favorite, and then whatever comes after. So like I have the full OT8 set of the double-sided cards, and then I just grabbed my favorite card from each of the boys for the rest of the types of sets there are. So like probably whichever one I come across for the best price. Like this one was $2, so I said, okay, that's my Felix photo card for this era. This I somehow pulled and I was crying. This I also pulled in that album, I think. And yeah, that's kind of how I do it, just because I can't get myself to spend the money to be able to collect full OT8. I gotta kind of curb my spending habits, so I just buy it enough where I can collect one of each card from every member, and then if there's one set that's really cute, and you know, ones like these where a double-sided card came in every album, so they were a bit cheaper, then I collected the full set for this. So that's kind of how my collections look. And then JYP gave us this OT8 set when we bought the album, which was super nice. But again, non-cohesive backgrounds. Oh my gosh, there's always one member that just has no idea what the others did for their background, it seemed that day. But yeah, so I have the full OT8 set of like the holo cards because they were pretty cheap actually to find. Like even Hyunjin was $3, I think, where I found him for. So that made it easier. And then these were a bit more expensive. Well, not more expensive. I guess Han was only like $4 or $5. If you find the right seller, some people price these, you know, very, very well. Like I'm usually able to find, I've never paid more than like $5 for a Stray Kids album card, except for mixtape. Some of those mixtape ones cost me almost $10. No, you know, some of them did cost me $10. But I'm never getting rid of that set because it makes me super happy, so it didn't matter. But I pulled this Felix card in my first ever album that I bought, and I was like, okay, yep, this is something we're going to continue. And then, again, I don't know why JYP stopped giving us full sets, but I also get it because it's kind of a pain if you buy more than one limited album and you get more than one of these OT8 sets. Like, what do you do with those cards? How do you get rid of them? Thankfully, I only bought one of the albums, so I just got the full set, and I didn't have extras to figure out what to do with them. Okay, here we get into Ordinary. This was the first album where I understood what pre-ordering meant and what POBs were and all that jazz. So this is my first page of like POBs that I received. I'm not much of a pop girl. I try not to be because, again, they're usually a lot of money and I don't need them. I really care more about the album cards. But, you know, Chan and Lino are my top two, so I had to get both their Target cards. These Apple Music ones just came with the albums I bought. And then this one I got from a Go, and this one I got from another album that I purchased. These are Sonara, so I guess I got it from Sonara. But yeah, okay, here's a page that I do not know what I'm doing. I thought I would collect OT8, but then it was kind of hard to collect OT8, so I got, let's see, where are these? Nope. I had these POBs, but I can't be a POB girl. I don't know. They're not as cohesive to me. They're not as interesting sometimes, and I just feel more connected to like album cards. So I took the POBs out of here and then realized like I have 4 out of 8. Should I bite the bullet and buy the other 4? Should I just sell IN and collect my top 3 members for jewel cases only? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't look at this page. It's not finished. Okay, so IDs. This was gonna be like the OT8 set that I completed, and then I'd get like one card from each member from the other sets, but because of that misprint mishap, I was able to easily pull all of these cards as well. So that made it more fun. So I got to buy both of these complete sets, and then these were just ones I pulled in my albums or traded to keep. And I had to keep an extra Sigmund because look at how cute this card is. It's so freaking cute. I love it so much. Yeah, so this is what I have for Ordinary. And then I did collect all of the units just because they were really easy to collect and they're going for really cheap. And they're really cute. I love all the members so much. I am missing this one unit. I just forgot about that. But, you know, it's a pain to just buy one of the units, and I'm just gonna put that on the back burner because they're not like something that I really care about. It was just they were easy to collect, so I'm collecting them. And I mean, look at how cute they are. I love them. I love Stray Kids. Have I said that enough in this video? I love Stray Kids. Okay, this is my setup for Maxident that's coming out. I did join a bunch of goes, so I will have some pobs, but I'm like, do I keep them? Because I'm not, like I said, I'm not big on pobs. I can't figure out how I want to collect pobs because it's really easy to join goes for inclusions and they come with pobs. So I'm like, okay, now I got to figure out what to do. But that's another day's problem. I will collect OT8 for the Polas just because, you know, they just sound cute and they sound easy to collect. So that's going to be my set for this era. And then I will have OT8, just whatever favorite OT8 cards I have. I did buy I did buy a full set from the Stray Kids USA shop that come with like the signed photo cards, which I'm super duper excited about. I really hope I pull Chan. Just something signed by Chan would make my life so happy, so happy. But I love all the members so much, so I really don't care who I pull. I would just prefer, you know, to have one from a different member because that would be really stinking cool. So that's what I have so far set up for Maxident. I'm not as good as the other like K-pop YouTubers that have cute little fillers for what's coming because I'm always changing how my collection is looking, so I just gotta waste the least amount of paper I can. I just put a sticky note in the middle and then figure it out later on. Okay, so this gets into my larger inclusions. Sorry if I keep switching topics. I am just scatterbrained today. But yeah, these are my larger inclusions. I did cut these myself. You can probably tell because they're a bit janky on the corners, but they were really cute and I just had to have them as like photo cards, you know. I think everybody cut these down to fit 9 pockets just because they were so stinking cute. And that Chan, I love that card. Okay. And then I also did this with my Christmas Evil, like, I don't remember what they were called, but I, you know, ripped them out. I made little frames for them because I thought that would look cute, and it did. So I'm very happy with it. I love how K-pop has just reawoken my craft skills, and I try to find anything I can do to like incorporate crafting and K-pop together. So like I make a lot of fillers with the album photo book pages as well. I tape these down onto these little papers, and then I cut the folding photo book that came with the jewel cases. I cut those, put those on the back. And then I have, these are random stickers that came with purchases. This is a North American Ordinary postcard, and then I'm gonna have whatever North American postcard comes out for Baxident, and I'll put the love letters in these 4x6 pages. I think they'll fit. I'm pretty sure they're 4x6, so they're all gonna fit in here. And then somehow I pulled my top 3 and Hyunjin for these mini posters. I really don't care for larger inclusions, but because I pulled them, I have to put them in my binder, you know? So I have all those. And that's what I have for my Stray Kids collection as of now. I just I keep like rethinking how I want to do it and then rethinking again. And so they're a lot more complete than how I started out collecting them. I didn't know what I was gonna do in the beginning, but once I saw like how cute some of these sets were, I was like, okay, I love OT8. I just Stray Kids are my ult of ults. I'm going to love them forever, so might as well collect my favorite sets of them. And this set makes me smile so much. I love the mixtape cards. But by golly, are they the most expensive? But yeah, that's my Stray Kids. If you have any recommendations for me about like a better way to, I don't know, show them, especially with my Chan stuff. Like I don't know what I'm doing with Chan right now. I just have these cards. I don't know if I will sell them or try to do something with him. I'm thinking about doing maybe like an A5 binder, but I don't know if I want to, you know, deal with that as well. So yes, my collection is a work in progress, as I'm sure everybody else's is, and that is a-okay with me. I'll figure it out eventually. All right. As I said, I collect 3 different groups, my ult groups. I have Stray Kids, Ult of Ults, and then I also collect NMIX and Extraordinary Heroes. I don't know what hold JYP Entertainment has over me, but their groups, the groups that come out of that company are just some of the very best. Like, I love Twice and ITZY as well. Their music is so good. I love them all. But yeah, I stan NMIX. Oh my gosh, they're the best girl group for me right now. And I do have a bunch of extra Stray Kids stuff I don't know what I'm doing with. But it's kind of difficult to collect OT7. Like, it's kind of expensive with how they did their first album, having just one card come with every album. Oh my gosh, that was just so rude. So I decided to just collect my top 2 members for this group for now, which are my bias Lily and second bias Bae. So I have all of their album cards. I'm still missing Bae's second album card, but that's really easy to find. I just haven't bitten the bullet on purchasing that yet, but I will. I used to have some Pobs in here, but then I decided like I don't know if I care for Pobs, so and it looked better to have this and all fit in like a 9 pocket, and yeah, so that's what I decided to do. So they just had a comeback with Entwerf. I am clearly missing a lot, but these are all coming in trades in the mail. I am so lucky. I ordered from K-Town for the first time. I'd never ordered from a Korean like company before for album purchases, but it ended up being just a bit cheaper. Even if I paid for like the best shipping, it was still cheaper than buying it from a US company and paying like the dirt cheap shipping for them. So I bought 2 of their limited albums from K-Town for You, and it arrived literally 4 days, I think, after their comeback date. And I somehow pulled both Lily and Bae's K-Town for You Pops, and I was like, this is a sign. I'm only ordering from K-Town for You from now on. It is so nice. So yeah, I will have all of Lily's album cards, and then I joined 2 different goes, 2 or 3, something like that. I have a whole spreadsheet. I know where it is. But yeah, so I will have a Dear My Muse and her other K-Town for You Pop coming, and I'll probably keep these just because I like how it fills up a 9-pocket page, and that's the goal, I think, for my NMIX collection, is just get all their album cards and whatever else will fit in the 9-pocket page is what I'm going with. I did actually pull this Bae card. Very happy about that. But for some reason, Bae was way harder to trade for than Lily, which surprised me because a lot more people, I think, bias Lily, but she was way easy to trade for. I did pull a lot of Jinny and... who did I pull? Jinny and Kyujin, so they were pretty easy to trade for Lily. I also pulled 2 of Sol Yoon's postcards, but I traded one for Bae. I don't know if I'm going to trade for Lily just because she looks really pretty in this photo, but I might just because it feels weird to have Bae and not Lily. But, you know, I love OT7, as you can see by my janky cutout of this album page. But, yeah, we're not going to focus on that. It's not a big deal. Okay, so I also have Extraordinary Heroes in this binder, just because these are both pretty new groups, so they don't have a lot out right now in terms of photo cards, so they're going to live in this binder for a while, I'm pretty sure. Yes, I did buy their 10K set when it first came out, and I'm so glad I did, because these boys are so funny, they're adorable, I love them so much, I love their humor, and I really like K-bands as well. They're really amazing singers and just instrumentalists, all-rounders. All my groups I stand are all-rounders. I'm gonna sing their praises every day, but I love all these groups so much. And I need to do like some aesthetic fillers for these pages. Right now I just have wonky cut, what did I use? I think I just use, I don't know. It's not coming to me right now. But for Extraordinary Heroes, they also only did 1 photo card per album, and they had like, what was it, 4 different types for each member, which is crazy and rude. Thankfully, their next album, Overload, has 2 photo cards per member, so at least they're a bit nicer. But I'm doing the thing like I do for Stray Kids, where I collect 1 photo card of each member. So that means I probably just have to buy 3 albums for the next comeback, and I should be able to trade well enough for 1 of each member. And then my bias is Gunil, so I have a pop of his. I'll probably keep it. I don't know how I am with pobs. I'm still deciding. Let me know if anybody's actually watching this. Let me know in the comments if you like to collect all the pobs or if they just kind of exhaust you, because it's crazy how many pobs there are. But yes, that is all I have for my collection as of today. And yeah, the only reason I'm making this video is to just kind of explain, I guess, my collection that I have for myself and for others, if anybody's curious. I don't know. But yeah, I might do more. Thanks for watching. If you did watch this, let me know how you collect. I know I kind of collect weird with only having like 1 card per member for certain things, but it's just easier and cheaper. So that's my strategy for now. We'll see what happens down the road, but I'm really enjoying my collection journey, and I just wanted to document the process. So yeah.